We finally did it. We grinded through our freshman season and battled through practices, and I've earned our spot as a starting QB for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now let's go get our first win. Now, if I sound a little off or depressed this video, just disregard it. I'm just a Packers fan who's sick of losing to the 49ers every year. But if you're new here, please drop a subscribe button as we're almost at 2,300 subs. And if you're a sub or new sub, please press that like button. I gladly appreciate it. But before we hop into our first game as a starting QB for the Buckeyes, you know I had to hop in the lab right quick, get some throws in, get a little warm up before our first big game. And as you see, those are the jerseys we're wearing. And now let's hop into our first game as a starting QB and first play. And as you see, this crowded environment is not gonna go easy on me as I can't even see the play art straight. But we handed off to Johnson on our first play here, gets a nice little 9-yard run. Then I throw my first pass to Harrison Jr. for a nice 11-yard reception. Now 2nd and 10 here. I see Styles in the corner and I hit him for another 11-yard reception there. Now 1st and 10, hand off to Johnson. And oh my God, look at him getting all those yards. And he runs for a big one with a nice 20-yard gain there. 1st and 10 again, hand off to Johnson. And yo, this kid can run. This kid, he got some legs on him. And now we're running the speed option, and I headed to arguably our best receiver, CJ Hicks, as he runs and gets that first down. Now 2nd and 9 here, play action pass. I hand off to Anderson for the check down, and he goes and easily gets that first down with that nice, beautiful stiff arm. Now 1st and 10 again here. I see the pressure coming, the blitz, and the defense clearly forgot about Travion Henderson as he was wide open there, but he couldn't go upfield and get the touchdown, but it's all right. As I hand off to Johnson, and he gets the 1-yard touchdown run. Hey, man, we could have got our first touchdown there, but it's cool. As long as the team winning, we winning, man. Now on our next possession here, Johnson just gets blown up in the backfield there, and we lose a yard. But we get that yard back and more as we hit Marvin Harrison Jr. on the next play. That's not the Marvin I know. But we run another option play here, and I sadly make the wrong decision as I hand off to a running back when I could just ran it up with a beautiful open field. Now on 2nd and 11 here, I see Royal wide open on the right side of the field, and he goes and gets a nice chunky yards for us for a nice 27-yard gain. And we make another bad read on the option play, which resulted in a 6-yard loss for us, which brings it to a 3rd and 9, and I have to clutch up here and get some shaking as I gave my receiver a chance to make a play there, but he just couldn't bring it in. Now on our next possession here, it's almost the end of the first half, less than 2 minutes remaining. We're up 10-0, so there's nothing to worry about from that standpoint. But I still hit Harrison Jr. there, and he gets a nice chunky yards. And let's see if we can end off the half on a good note. As I throw a beautiful ball to Carnell Tate there, and he runs it up and gets us that nice 21-yard gain. And then now on 1st and 10 here, I'm scrambling out, trying to get out. But the defense finally got to me, which led to us getting our first sack of our career, boys. But now on 2nd and 18 here, I see Ennis, and I throw a dot as I have pressure coming into my face, and we get a nice reception there. Now we're in the red zone. Let's see if we can score right here. And I see Harrison Jr. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Our first touchdown. Let's go. Wait, we didn't score that? No way. No way. He dropped that dime. He dropped that dot. No way. I'm getting sold. I'm getting sold. But now it's 3rd and inches here and couldn't find anybody open to hit, which led to us going for a field goal and ending the half off up 13-zip. Now it's the second half here. Illinois started the second half off and went and marched down and scored. So now it's time for us to do the same thing here as I hit CJ Hicks for the first pass of the second half, and we get a nice gain there. Now on another 1st and 10, I see Harrison Jr. through the middle, and he gets a nice 22-yard reception. Oh my God. Let's go. I'm liking this. Marching down the field, doing exactly what they did. And then I throw a beautiful, beautiful dime to CJ Hicks. And he gets us our first touchdown pass of our career, ladies and gentlemen. A 43-yard touchdown dimer. Did you see that? I threw it off 1 foot too. Look at that arm strength, that arm power, that arm talent. Jesus. Now on our next offensive possession here, we end off the 3rd quarter with a nice little jet sweep to CJ Hicks right there. And then now it's the 4th, ladies and gentlemen. Throw the 4s up and look at Jake Lewis use his legs to get that 15-yard rush. I'm showing y'all why I'm the #1 recruit. Why I was the #1 dual threat quarterback right here. And then, oh my God, he dropped that. Oh my. I'm telling you, my receivers, man. My receivers, man. It seems like the only one we can trust is Brandon Ennis, Carnell Tate, and CJ Hicks as he gets us a nice 9-yard reception right there, which brings us to the 4th and inches. I decide to go for it, and I hit Ennis, who immediately cuts upfield and helps us convert that 4th down. Fast forward a few plays later, I see no one open, so I'm just scramble out to the right and try to get with my legs, but we get stopped short at a 4th and 1. So I said, screw it. I'm going to try to go for it. No huddle, slant play We're going to get it. We're going to try to get it as I hit Carnell Tate through the middle, and I can always rely on him, and he gets us a nice 10-yard reception right there. Now I'm going to hit Hicks with our rush play, and he gets blown up in the backfield, which brings us to 3rd and 9. Can I get a touchdown here? Can I get a score here? And I'm just going to use my legs, see if I can go all the way. But we get stopped short on the 1 or 2 yard line. And then after we drove straight down the field with beautiful balls being thrown by Jake Lewis, Coach Day decides to remain conservative and run 3 run plays, which leads us to kicking a field goal, bruh. We could have ended the game off on a high note, but of course, Coach Day wants to be conservative. And that's how we end off our first game as a starting QB with the win, though. And you know your boy had to be player of the game. 247 yards, touchdown, 5 carries. We went crazy, man. But before we hop into the second game here, I had to get Jake Lewis right, get him in the lab, and get him some upgrades to make sure he's performing the best he possibly can before we head into the game against this tough Indiana Hoosiers team who is currently 7-3. And I don't know why they're not ranked. They probably should be. But it's whatever, though. As we start for our offensive possession with a handoff to Johnson, and he gets a nice 11-yard rush right there. Now, 1st and 10, we run a beautiful play-action pass, but nobody is open, and I have to throw it out of bounds. Now, on 3rd and 11 here, Coach calls a screen play, and we lose 4 yards on that. Coach Day, what are you doing? You're selling the bag. Now, 2nd and 4 here on the next offensive possession. I see CJ Hicks on a nice curl route, and he gets a nice 15-yard gain from that. And then we hit Johnson, and the middle is just wide open. No linebackers, no safeties. And Johnson gets a nice 16-yard rush out of that. Now, on 1st and 10, I throw a dot to Harrison Jr., and look at that one-arm snag he did. Looking like the real Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. Boy got some hands to him. Now, I see Ennis wide open right there on the 2nd and 2, getting us a nice 20-yard gain there. 4th and 10 here, we hand off to Johnson, and that boy just gets yards and yards as he picks up 8 right there. Now 2nd and 2, oh my gosh, I see nobody open, and I throw the first interception of our career and game. Oh my God. Everything was going so great. This was literally a perfect start to the game. And then we throw a Stacey. But now, on our next offensive possession, I gotta forget about the pass as we started off with a 31-yard rush on a beautiful option play, man. And then Ennis almost gets a 1st down here, picking up 8 yards on a nice run right there. Now it's 2nd and 2, and then I get sacked on the option play. Hold up, why is it sending our offensive plays? Don't tell me Coach Day subbed me out for McCord. Honda McCord? Really? And then he puts us back in to start the second half off. He just pissed Jake Lewis off. Being disrespected like that, having to go sit on the bench and then watch your team score and then put him back in? Oh, nah. Now Jake has to show why his starting job should never be in question on his drive. With a 3rd and 5 here, with pressure in his face, he throws a beautiful ball to Styles, and he gets a 14-yard reception there. Now on his next option play, he runs. Oh my God, Jake Lewis putting on the burners, and he runs for a nice 15 yards there with beautiful blocks from his receivers. And then he throws another beautiful ball to Styles, but he drops it. And then we get a 1-yard gain here. And now it's 3rd and 9. And Jake Lewis, with nobody open, has to throw the ball away. We better not get benched for that, man. And we don't. We stay in the game on our next offensive possession. And then Jake Lewis gets a nice run again off the option play. It seems like the Hoosiers defense has no answer for the option play as I get another 1st down off the option play with another 6-yard rush. Now 2nd and 11 here, I drop back a little and I hit Styles for another 1st down there. And then on another option play, we run and get another 1st down here. 14 yards on this one. And now to start the 4th quarter, throw your 4s up. 2nd and 8 here. I see the pressure coming, but I'm going to escape it, get through that. And then I try to hit number 2 there, CJ Hicks. But we don't have the capabilities for that yet. Thankfully, though, Harrison Jr. catches his 20-yard pass. And then now it's 1st and goal. And I chose the wrong read for the option play right there. Now it's 2nd and goal. Coach Day calls a play-action pass. And I throw another interception. Holy fuck. Oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. There's something wrong with Jake Lewis. I don't know what's going on with him. He's just not locked in today, guys. Just not locked in today. But the only thing we could do is try to go forward and try to close out this game as we're only up 3 with less than 3 minutes remaining. And we cannot let the Hoosiers beat us. We cannot go down in rankings. We have to make it to the college playoff and have to try to win the national championship as I probably just threw the game away, guys. And you can obviously see Jake Lewis is feeling that, feeling his emotions, feeling disappointment, and feeling like he just let his team down. But thankfully, they didn't capitalize off that, and they're still up 3. And I just got to thank my defense, man. to only hold him to 7 points off 3 interceptions. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. But we tried to run the clock down as much as we can, and the Hoosiers are left with 20 seconds with the chance to tie or win the game. And then on his first play, the Hoosiers QB, Sorsby, throws a pass to Cooper Jr., and he does not go out of bounds, bro. Your team has no timeouts. What are you doing? Now with 6 seconds left, they have no choice to go for a Hail Mary. And look at the pressure getting to him. I'm surprised he didn't get sacked, but he does, in fact, throw an interception there. And look at him turn and try to take it to the house. He sadly doesn't. But Jesus Christ, our defense really saved our asses. Look at these stats, man. 53% completion percentage, 101 yards, and 3 interceptions. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and look at what we got next week, fellas. The game against the team up north.